Vietnam people will shoot you if you don't like this video and subscribe right now. This is a new fulfillment center for Amazon. That is a fog in the background. The hands of the future King of England, Prince Charles. Found a random hole drilled in my front door after I came back from vacation. This 800-year-old tree in Japan. Mouse closed a circuit. What has he done? The Great North Dakota Blizzard of 1966. The snapdragon is a flower that when the petals die they resemble skulls. Mother Nature is incredible. My mom found this while raking leaves in the yard of our new house. Does anyone know what this is? We named him Geneva. Help. Supercell forming in Wyoming. A truly cursed gift from an unwanted, unknown admirer. For lady who live here. I make with love. Please use please. A mummified dinger. The mummified dinger was part of ancient Egypt. But that's not so weird in itself. The fact that it's 15 inches long and belonged to someone over 16 feet tall. A family portrait from the late 1800s. A python covered in over 500 ticks makes me feel very oddly terrified. Gators at night. A Victorian funeral for a pet squirrel circa 1850. I work as a cashier, and some little kid gave me this and walked away. What the duck is in my drain? Victor's Way, Indian Sculpture Park, Wicklow Island. A woman wearing a special mask for fighting depression in a smile school in Budapest 1937. No. Who wants to come? Wanted. Someone to go back in time with me. This is not a joke. PO Box 100415557 4th Avenue, Prince George, British Columbia. V2L3K1. You'll get paid after we get back. Must bring your own weapons. Safety not guaranteed. I have only done this once before. Mars formation that looks like alien doorway spotted by NASA rover. Dr. Don Klein, the fertility doctor who fathered 90 plus kids using his own sperm on unsuspecting women. I thought you guys might enjoy this picture I took of the inside of my car a week after I got it. Saw this giraffe last night. The Argentavis magnificens, the largest bird to have ever flown. Mummified dog, stuck in a tree for 20 years. The river in urban area is unbelievably packed with too much waste and stinks as rot, and old rusty water pipe is used as bridge with no guardrail. There is a door in the ceiling of our school. No one knows where it goes, including teachers and janitors. No one has ever used it. It mysteriously opened a few days ago, and no one knows how. You can't see anything in it. It's just darkness. No one has an explanation. Our school is 98 years old. Found a Kit Kat lodged in my planter. I didn't put it there. I live on the 3rd floor. The oldest surviving diving suit ever found. When you have a mouse plague, but also an ant problem. Trap left for less than 30 hours. Remember him? This is oddly terrifying as duck. Man accused of exposing himself at public pool. I've never seen someone look so young yet so old. So feminine yet so masculine. So pretty yet so ugly. I'm truly disturbed. Taken moth. I have. Found in the seafood section of the grocery store. This can happen when you blink faster than the camera. Oh no, my kid discovered the baby monitor. This is a Mickey Mouse Club meeting in the 1930s. Just wait when night falls. This little old lady that came with our home. The movie Labyrinth. Doggo just found out he's getting neutered. Not a single person in this photo looks real. You cannot convince me they aren't aliens. Can I use a hairdryer while taking a shower? You can use it if you like. Are you sure it is safe? Yes, of course. Okay, if you say so. Hey, I say so. Hands down the creepiest thing I've randomly come across on a dirt road. Deformed lamb born on my parents' farm. We have never seen anything like this one. This photo of a lady and her horse taken on a snowy day, 1899. My wife is sick, so I'm in charge of decorating the Pikachu cake for my son's birthday. You, who is standing by my grave, don't look so shocked at this sight. Yesterday I was just like you, and tomorrow you will be just like me. Just think about it, all that empty space. You can easily return to the past, but no one is there anymore. Caution, horses may bite. Voldemort's original design for the first Harry Potter. Paroedura masobe gecko. The species is endemic to Madagascar and is on the verge of extinction and cute yet terrifying. Coincidental Reddit feed flow complemented my biggest insecurity, my belly button, and it made my day. What the duck is it? This prop of David Hasselhoff from the SpongeBob Movie. I didn't even notice it. Simpsons facing the viewer are unsettling. Every time I come home I have to look at this Kirby from hell I made in elementary school that my mom now hangs aprons on. The Statue of Liberty's face prior to installation 1886. 200 feet deep hole covered in ice. So, a while back I posted a man with 3 legs, and now I found a woman with 4 legs, 2 pelvises, and 2 set of genitalia, and she had 5 kids, and performed sideshows. My boyfriend has a big skull collection of all kinds. You'd think my favorite in his collection would be the human skulls, but it's actually the giraffe. This is what a giraffe skull looks like for those who haven't seen one. 17-year-old Julian Kopka was snacked out of an airplane in 1971 after it was struck by a bolt of lightning. She fell 2 miles to the ground, still strapped in her seat, and survived after spending 10 days in the Amazon jungle. After 10 days, she found a boat moored near a shelter and found the boat's fuel tank still partly full. Kopka poured the gasoline on her wounds, which she in turn thought it helped with killing the maggots in her wounds. Out of 93 passengers and crew, Julian was the only survivor of the Lancer Flight 508 crash that took place on December 24, 1971. Death by 1,000 teeth. The Tooth Fairy. I always wanted to know, where do all the teeth you collect end up? It makes no sense. Death by hundreds of children's bites. A Damascus goat. That's not a deformity, it's what they normally look like. Tony Ferguson in the midst of being KO'd by Michael Chandler. My deformed leg before and after amputation. Everyone kept hitting their heads as they walked down my stairs, so I hung a sign as a warning. Mario X Bloodborne artworks, that has been done by David Romero, are quite terrifying. Dresden, Germany in 1945. Major General Horatio Gordon Robley with his collection of tattooed Maori heads. Robley, 1840 to 1930, was a British soldier who fought in colonial wars in New Zealand, Mauritius, South Africa and Sri Lanka. He collected drawings of Maori culture including their preserved heads. Peppy pic I found in one of my school's computer. Baby knees. This cute little songbird is known as the butcher bird. They feed on small mammals and reptiles by impaling them on spikes Vlad style and ripping their flesh off piece by piece. Occasionally you can see a tree of impaled rotting animal corpses. It's their way of displaying territory. Urged slab of concrete fell onto the highway. Bradford, Ontario. Posted this in r/liminal before. This is one of my workplaces. It's our underground water storage. My mom and aunt's homemade Halloween costumes, circa 1976. Apparently they were a urge hit. Have you guys ever seen a wet koala? It's the scariest thing ever. Like ever. This park by my house looks like a horror set at night. Acanthacorydalis Frustorferi, giant Chinese Dobson fly. Bees made a hive between the window and the shutters. Hammerhead Bat, also known as the winged moose. A reminder in how far we have come in plastic surgery. Walter Year 1917. The frogmouth, a type of bird. Two of the last known pictures taken by the hikers of the Dyatlov Pass incident in 1959. Inked more pics from the same camera. I saw this in a restaurant. Woody. These eyeball buttons. New Zealand eels emerging from the mud. Cute tiny plastic babies. I bought these so I could hide them everywhere for my fiancé to find. At first he thought it was a charming new bit of mine. He thought I only had one or two of these tiny plastic babies. He thought wrong. Hearing his deep exhausted sigh followed by oh my god, because he has found baby number 175 has brought me more joy than I could ever describe. The fear in his eyes when he opens anything, because he is expecting a small plastic baby, has produced more serotonin than you can imagine. He is a broken man. I have destroyed his hope of living a life free of tiny plastic babies. We will be finding these for the next 70 years. I will purchase these again. This humongous excavator. Polydactyl Cat. They can walk, 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 they can walk. A face-up morph of all Supreme Court justices since 1980. Put my Alexa on my windowsill and nope. What? Why? Only 1 cent? 1 cent's fresh human aid. My mother said the beds I dug over for her looked like a mass grave. Cheers. Cluster of worms. This photoshoot in the forest. Physical sculpture I completed a while ago called Void of Man. One of Odin's ravens has come to feast. Eastern Gray Squirrel infested with botfly. This picture of holes made by a woodpecker. Alice in Wonderland 1931. This Garfield comic. Steady. Garfield. There must be a good reason why the house is empty. John must be at the grocery. Nothing says I love you like turning your spouse's prosthetic eye into a ring. This man had his wife's prosthetic eye turned into a ring. Abandoned town of Port Chatham, Alaska. Casually found a spine in a tree. Body riddled with parasites as a result of eating raw pork for 10 years. This dead plant looks like something out of a bad dream. I'm genuinely terrified of this. Mark Zuckerberg. Las Vegas right now. Emergency alert. National Weather Service. Dust storm warning for this area until 4 p.m. PDT. Be ready for sudden drop to zero visibility. Pull aside. Stay alive. When visibility drops, pull far off the road and put your vehicle in park. Turn the lights off and keep your foot off the brake. Infants, the elderly and those with respiratory issues urged to take precautions. This standing dog. Drop and run. Cobalt 60 radiation source. A very straight line of moving lights across the sky at 5 a.m. this morning. Slow and steady, then gone after 30 seconds. The mouth of a goose. Long white rooms. A full set of teeth is unsettling. Thought this would do nicely here. I don't know why this makes me uneasy. Imagine that staring at you every time you look out your window. Couple who claimed neighbor put mannequin in loft to stare into their bedroom lose high court privacy battle. This guardian of the light switch. This apartment complex. A Victorian era depiction of Father Time and the progress of years. Got a double fortune with a cryptic message. One day, you will hold a piece of paper money for the last time and not even realize it. Polar bear heart. Go ahead, pick it up. Nightmare fuel and I'm here for it. Hate the look of a helmet, but still want to be safe. For a limited time you can have your whole head printed on your helmet. Call now. Brenda Tent retired from living at the age of old. Surrounded by family and natural causes. A librarian from birth. Brenda was an avid collector of dust. She had a sweetheart and married her high school. She loved having hobbies and helping her sons to be disadvantaged youths. She had no horses, but thought she did. The church gave her a choir because she sang like bird and looked like bird, and Brenda was a bird. She owed us so many poems. The funeral will be held in 1977 at Heaven. In lieu of flowers. Send Brenda more life. Gigantopithecus, a primate that lived 2.6 million years ago. When in a bipedal stance, they could reach heights of over 3 meters. Gigantopithecus species compared with a 1.8 meter tall person. Note, reconstructions are based upon orangutan proportions and are only in bipedal stances to get an idea of size. Gigantopithecus likely spent more time in a quadrupedal stance on all fours. Found this morning. Randomly posted through my letterbox overnight. The smoke-filled skies and red moon during the Australian 2019 to 2020 bushfires. Why were chainsaws invented? When babies couldn't fit through, or they would get stuck in the pelvis. Parts of bone and cartilage were removed to create more space for the baby. However, in the 1780s, in a bid to make the removal of the pelvic bone easier and less time consuming, 2 doctors named John Aitken and James Jeffrey invented the chainsaw. Green is not a creative color. RTX Homer Simpson. Mother spider carrying her young ones. This lab corridor at my university. It's also very cold and quiet as these are containment rooms. Very eerie coming in here alone. This medieval painting. I don't know if this belongs here, but I took this pic on vacation. I don't know, it gives me the creeps. This isn't what I expected after installing our new bath fixture. Gonna get those toesies. There was an earwig in my new jar of pickles. This pant looks like some creature. My dog just found this in the garden. Anyone know what animal it is? We live in Colorado. This closed school from a small Midwestern town. So apparently these are seed pods. My client's dog. Lon Chaney's Jack the Ripper in London after midnight. Letters written by Jack the Ripper. Seagull eating fries. My students played draw, then passed to a friend at preschool today and this was the result. This mannequin my mom owns. World champion cyclist's legs after Tour de France, Paul Poljanski 2017. He looks like he's having an existential crisis. Please, I need him gone. 1,000-year-old Native American carvings of mysterious giant humanoids discovered on the ceiling of an Alabama cave. The Brazen Bull. Cousin and I looking for Christmas decor in the basement. This completely abandoned first aid station I found.